Why the hell is the stock market rocketing? Is the ABC anti-business? And why is AGL chasing telco Vocus? I'm Peter Switzer.
I'm Paul Rickard.
And we're mad about money. All right, Paul, the stock market is doing me proud. It's rocketing. What's going on?
Big day yesterday, Peter. We're not at all-time highs, but we're at the high of the last decade. So celebrations, I guess. Look, it's a question of don't fight the Fed. US interest rates on the way down, Aussie interest rates on the way down. Stocks, where else do you put your money in? And that's simply what we're seeing globally. So the whole cycle has changed. And I guess we're in catch-up mode. So look, and the other supporting factor there, iron ore prices keep on, again hitting new highs. So
but how does that happen if you're worried about global growth and therefore you're talking about interest rate cuts? How in the hell are iron ore prices keep going
It's a bit of a conundrum. You'd expect if the global growth situation, if the economies are slowing, the commodity prices would be on the way. Now, they are in a little bit, so most commodity prices have pulled back. Copper's a lot lower than it was a little while back. But iron ore, of course, has had the supply issues with Vale in Brazil. That's really the iron ore story, plus China is stimulating. So our biggest importer of iron ore, China, is spending a lot of money to get construction going again and local program for councils. And I guess that's keeping pressure on the iron ore market.
And I guess what it's saying is, because we've left out the end of the genuine Mexican standoff. Like we've been using that word our whole life. We saw Trump versus Mexico, and he's forgiven them.
Well, he's forgiven Mexico, but now here's the problem as to why it's Trump who wasn't quite ready to sign off on the deal with China. So,
but I think the market is saying, well, he's sorted it out with Mexico. He'll sort it out with Xi Jinping over a couple of dumplings in Japan at the G20 meeting. What do you reckon?
Yeah, look, they're always going to do a deal of some description. I guess the interesting point now for watchers is the US market's back to where it was back in April. And it's got to get through this previous high, and maybe there's a bit of work to come. So we've had a good rally in the first week of June, basically correcting all of the losses in May. We're now back at that same sort of level. It bounced last night a little bit, not surprising. I didn't think it was after 5 days or 6 days in the US a very positive performance. We're back a little bit. I guess Australia's going to sort of just ease back as well.
Okay.
But look, I'm not putting money into the market, Peter. It's getting a little euphoric, but I'm just trying to explain this is a question of don't fight the Fed, lower interest rates, and that's what's happening.
Okay, is the ABC anti-business? You come to work and you're just cranky as anything.
Well,
ABC's just annoying you.
Because last day we were talking about how great the business confidence numbers were from
great
the NAB.
Number. Now 0 to 7.
Yeah, there are two parts of that survey. They survey business conditions, which is an assessment by business of what it's actually like at the moment now. And they survey business confidence, which is a more forward-looking indicator. And you picked up
post-ScoMo.
And you picked up the post-ScoMo bounce.
Yeah.
Now I went home thinking this is a pretty good survey.
Yeah.
I get into the car, I turn onto the ABC. What is the lead story on the ABC News last night was how bad business conditions were. Right. It's another example of what I believe the ABC has a huge bias against business. They spent the last 2 years telling us how the housing market was going to fall 40%. They led the charge, right? Now they're leading the charge about how bad the economy is, how bad the growth is.
That could help house prices fall 40%.
And at the same day the stock market reaches a high, here's the ABC telling us how bad business conditions are. I mean, look, unfortunately, they've got a very weak business team. I've said that all along, Peter. They are not supportive. And
they're not objective.
Well, all they're looking for is bad news. I think it's the anti-business corporation. That's the ABC. You don't get your 8 cents worth if you're a subscriber.
Well, I love the ABC. I just would like.
Well, you're one of the few who watch it, Peter. So
I'm a trendy.
You're a trendy. You are part of the elite.
I am. I'm part of the problem. But
you are.
I just would like them to be more objective. I don't mind if they go hard when things are bad, but they've got to go hard when things are good as well. That's my advice to my beloved friends, my former producers over there as well. I feel like my friends. They just get. I love that anti-business.
You like the anti-business corporation?
Yes,
I'll put a trademark on that one. Yep.
Okay, right. Let's go to the final one because the bell did ring.
Yeah.
Why is AGL, an energy company, chasing a telco like Vocus?
Well, I'm a bit perplexed about this one, Peter. So I almost like to throw that question back to you. Now, unfortunately, AGL...
Business, I guess, is what
look, I mean...
I think they make money out of it. They wouldn't do it otherwise.
I think in fairness to AGL, they haven't had a chance really to explain because this is not an acquisition. All they've done is said that they're in due diligence. And so they issued a one-page statement yesterday saying that they've put a highly conditional indicative offer for Vocus at $4.85.
Yep.
Vocus finished trading yesterday about $4.16.
So the market didn't buy
So
it.
the market doesn't buy the story this is necessarily going to happen. This is no lay down misere. AGL came out with a statement to say, look, we think there's obviously synergies. There's, both are in the retailing business to an extent. So Vocus has got retail customers through its telco business. AGL has through its energy business. There's opportunities to cross-sell between those customers.
And upsell as well.
There's some sort of convergence between telecommunications, managing infrastructure and managing power and other sort of
And remember this, Paul, we all love our power company, energy company, and we all love our telco. So it's a love thing, isn't it?
It is a love thing.
Not.
I don't know what the story is, Peter. The market hasn't also bought it because AGL shares yesterday got whacked, down about 7%. So the market doesn't necessarily think this is a great thing for AGL to be doing. And secondly, the market's not buying this is a lay down misere anyhow because of the discount that the Vocus shares finished compared to the indicative bid from AGL. Anyhow, look, I think the story's got a long way to play. I think I think the problem I have, Peter, with acquisitions is that half of acquisitions fail. That's the data in Australia.
Half?
About half. It's about 50%.
Yeah.
So the odds are against AGL making an acquisition like this working. So you've got to be sceptical. The market's sceptical. I'm not sold on the story.
Yeah.
As I said, in fairness to AGL, they haven't really had a great chance yet to get out there on the front foot and
The
explain it.
interesting thing is that we love our smartphones. They are linked to telcos, yet telcos can't make money out of it. There's something wrong with this industry, but maybe AGL knows how to solve it.
Well, AGL's done it's not exactly a shining night itself. It had the disaster with the closure of the Liddell Power Station, right? And I've said that before. They totally misread the public understanding of that. That's now why they've got the big stick legislation sitting there in Canberra to beat up on the energy companies. That's the anti-AGL piece of legislation, right? Vessi went. New CEO, I'm not sure about. I still think there needs to be changes on the AGL board because there hasn't been too much damage there. I mean, AGL's not, this was a company trading at $28. It's now down at $19.50. Shareholders aren't too happy with AGL, I think, and rightly so. I'm not yet sold on the Vocus bid. They've got some explaining to do.
I'm Peter Switzer.
I'm Paul Rickard.
And we're mad about money.